Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here again with Success Training, and welcome to Quick Cash Methods. I have a ton of extremely valuable and powerful information for you guys in this presentation, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it this time. So, what are we going to cover in this training session? There's so many different things that we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the best ways to make quick cash with Social Media Massacre, how to take this method and turn it into a profitable business, and how to use arbitrage to make these methods particularly powerful, all while reducing workload. So as you guys are going to see, by the time you guys get through this video, you're going to be like, wow, I had no idea that half of these places even existed, let alone I can make money from doing these things. So the first thing that I want to talk about, when I originally launched Social Media Massacre, I had an upsell product. It was an ebook for a Fiverr business plan using this. And I just want you guys to understand that Fiverr and SEO Clerk are both two of the most powerful online marketplaces available, and they are not only good for selling services, but buying services arbitrage style. If you don't know what arbitrage basically allows you to take advantage of a price difference. For example, if somebody is looking to buy a Kindle ebook cover on Craigslist for $150, you can go to Fiverr and have one professionally made, really high quality one for $5 to $10, send it to them and collect the $140, basically only acting as a middleman. So these are very powerful tools, for doing that. So once again, you guys are going to want to look into possibly selling your services. There are tons of Fiverr gigs that sell for as much as $40, some for hundreds of dollars. And you can easily make this work by taking advantage of the outsourcing module that I have already provided on how to get cheap penny employees to do all of the work with Social Media Massacre. But the good news is that if you can take advantage of other modules that I have provided with Social Media Massacre, such as the SEO module, the trending module, you can actually offer these services and you could even offer them up to several $1,000s on Fiverr and SEO Clerk. Small businesses would love to get their hashtag trending on Twitter. I mean, who wouldn't? Website owners and business owners are always looking for quick SEO, so the SEO module is excellent for doing that. So once you guys perfect those methods and you provide social proof of you doing that, you can totally hit up Fiverr and SEO Clerk and go any which way with that. But there are tons of different ways to make money with just Fiverr and SEO Clerk with Social Media Massacre. And the first one of those is by selling social media interactions. Facebook likes, Twitter followers, Twitter retweets, Twitter favorites, SoundCloud plays, YouTube hits. Whatever you want to do, is the sky's the limit with this. So, what I really recommend that you guys do is to build your own website offering your Fiverr services, whatever you choose to do, and really promote the heck out of it. There are a couple of forums out there. You can do a simple Google search looking for Fiverr communities where you can promote your Fiverr gigs and start getting tons of traffic to these gigs. One thing that you're going to want to do for a pricing strategy, you're probably wondering, well, how do I know how much to charge somebody on Fiverr? Basically, the only thing you need to do is you need to find similar gigs to what you're offering and then be as competitive as possible. You definitely want to advertise, I'm the cheapest and most powerful Fiverr gig within this category. People will definitely eat that up. However, if you're doing, a trending or an SEO gig of this nature, then you may be one of the first to the scene, and you may have some testing and researching and experimenting to do with what price points work best for you. I always recommend starting it obviously at $5 and then increasing it by $10 to $15 for each gig bonus. When I was doing Fiverr full time, I had actually built out a complete website that was basically functioned as my own e-commerce store, and when they clicked on the product, it would redirect them to the Fiverr gig where it would explain everything right there. I did some promotion on YouTube for these Fiverr gigs that worked very well for me. What you can do is you can go to Google Keyword Research Tool and you can find which searches are getting the most traffic. Remember that YouTube is owned by Google, so Google gives priority to YouTube videos. So if you can find a commonly searched keyword for example, how do I get more Twitter followers for under $10? you can make a YouTube video of that and reap all of the traffic from that keyword. And all the YouTube video is going to do is give them a link to your Fiverr gig. So these tiny little tactics like that are key to making Fiverr super profitable. As I always tell people, Fiverr is not very profitable in the $5 end, but the great news about Social Media Massacre is that you can provide amazing value to your clients, and you can sell really powerful services that could even sell up into trending alone can sell up into the tens and hundreds of thousands of dollar range because of how powerful that is, as well as viral marketing. So once again, guys, be sure to show proof. Be sure to build yourself a website for your Fiverr gig. If you choose to get outsourcers, make sure that you check out my outsourcing module for Social Media Massacre. Just make sure that you have all of this planned out and mapped out so that you'll be 100% good to go. And here's a picture that I provided of a Fiverr gig. This is just an example. This is definitely not the top selling one out there. But this guy is offering 75 Facebook shares and 75 Twitter tweets for $5. Now, even without an outsourcer, this is something that could easily be accomplished in, I would say, probably 15 minutes of building AdMe Fast points. And basically all you're going to want to do is go into AdMe Fast under the Add Site, Edit Site area. You're going to want to add Facebook post share and Twitter tweets. Fill out the information that the client has provided to you, and you'll be good to go. Just screenshot your proof and send it along and collect your money. But as you can see, this guy actually has 7 days on average. I don't see really any reason why this would need 7 days. In fact, you would probably have much better luck by being competitive and offering an express delivery within 24 hours. But once again, guys, this is just an example, and I just wanted to show you that people are out here doing it. They're making a ton of money doing it. Another one is Craigslist. And many small businesses search Craigslist daily for their business needs. This is something that, people are constantly looking for cheap labor and cheap alternatives, not trying to spend a lot of money. There's a lot of people out there that, even though you guys understand now how to provide social media services, there's many people that just don't know how to do that. And they don't know, they think that that's something that costs thousands of dollars, and it's really not. So this is where you guys step in and fill that gap. So Craigslist is definitely a very powerful one. I always recommend trying to start locally, maybe even calling around to businesses and possibly trying to get some actual contracts, telling people, hi, my name is, for example, I would call and say, hi, my name is Phil Steptoe, I'm a social media expert. I'm also a university student, because I was calling around to local businesses. And you'd be surprised at how many people said, oh, that's great, what can you do for me? And, I would just explain the pricing. I would charge anywhere from $35 up to $100 for social media campaigns, and basically just build as many relationships as possible. However, you can also take this to the national and international levels. On Craigslist, you can go to any major city out there, basically in the United States, and I believe Craigslist also has an international directory as well. So you can be hitting every single major city out there and putting yourself on the map, providing tons of services. Like I say, guys, be careful though of how many ads you're posting up. You're going to get a ton of emails about this, because this is a huge market. This is something that there have been news articles, news reports over how quickly this business is growing. People are constantly looking to build up their social media accounts. As I was trained by my mentor, and he was trained by his mentor, people who do not embrace social media and technology in general will be left behind within the next 5 years. Many businesses will vanish that do not have social media accounts. So that is one thing that you can definitely argue inside of your advertisement copy. And remember, guys, that you can buy these interactions on Fiverr and SEO Clerk if you absolutely don't have time to build up AdMe Fast points, and you can turn around arbitrage style and sell them to Craigslist clients. You can also, another thing that I've had luck with is actually having an entry price point of around $35 to, like I said, $35 to $100, and then bumping it up to $300 to $500 of teaching them how to access Fiverr, what kind of gigs to look for, how to use AdMe Fast, how to use really blow their social media marketing efforts through the roof. So once again, guys, remember that you can access these arbitrage style methods using Fiverr and SEO Clerk. And here's a picture of, this is in Galveston, Texas. This is not locally. I was just browsing and actually stumbled across this, and I was just, floored, because I was like, wow, this is exactly the kind of evidence that people need to see that this stuff is selling. So this is a great example of ad copy for this as well. They have a nice little graphic that they've made there. If you don't know how to make a graphic, once again, turn around and write to Fiverr, and get somebody to make that for you. But this is a great price point. They're offering a great service, 5,000 real Twitter followers. That's something in AdMeFast that could be done in easily a few hours. If you, this is another thing I wanted to talk about with you guys, is you guys are probably wondering, well, I don't really have time to sit there, or I'd rather have somebody else do it, and I don't feel like hiring an outsourcer. Well, as I say in the outsourcing module, you can buy AdMeFast points and social media exchange points extremely, extremely cheap, guys. They're like $5 for as many as 50,000 points. So you could potentially knock out 10, 15 gigs with just one purchase with that. So be sure to keep that in mind when you're doing this. The next one, and this is one of my favorites, I definitely recommend that you guys only do trending and viral marketing services with this. You definitely aren't going to want to sell simple social media interactions. Many people on these websites are both aware of how to, there's tons of marketers out there who know how to get Facebook likes, Twitter followers. Those aren't the real hot selling ones. There's definitely a market for that, but there's a much larger market for reaching out to businesses and providing trending and viral marketing services. But these two sites that I'm obviously already ahead of the game in talking about are the Warrior Forum and Digital Point. One of these, I would I would assume that you would already know what the Warrior Forum is from purchasing this product in the first place. But if you don't, the Warrior Forum is a very, very popular, I would argue it's the #1 internet marketing community in the world. And there's a huge market there for selling services as well as products. That's how you found this product. So once again, go on the Warrior Forum. There is a section on the Warrior Forum called Warriors for Hire. It is by far one of the most powerful and simple places to advertise a service and make a killing. There are people that have $20,000 per month plus businesses from just the Warrior Forum alone. So the power of arbitrage on the Warrior Forum is something that you can really, really knock it out of the park with. Just please be sure that you're only providing a quality and honest service. Be very transparent and provide social proof when you're offering these services. And the next one is, I would argue this is the second most powerful place to market these services, and that is Digital Point. Digital Point has been one of the most active internet marketing communities for a very long time now. It's not quite as old as the Warrior Forum, but it is still definitely up there. It's very powerful, and I've included a link below to Digital Point in case you don't know how to get there. I've also included a link to the Warrior Forum back on the previous slide, so jump back, I'd say about 30 seconds if you don't know how to get to the Warrior Forum section. So this is one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite, and it is CashFly. And what CashFly is it is an interstitial advertising network. These are basically paid URL shorteners. You guys have seen these all over the place. You'll recognize them. If you've ever heard of AdFly, you'll basically click on somebody's link and an ad will pop up for about 5 to 10 seconds. And once you have finished viewing that ad, you're able to proceed wherever the link was originally going to send you. But this allows you to make as much as, literally, it starts at about 1 cent per click. It can go up to as much as 10 cents per click, even as much as I've actually seen 20 cents per click. And this depends obviously on the quality of the traffic you're sending them, as well as the country of origin of the click. So once again, you guys can definitely test this out. And then this is the great thing about Social Media Massacre and you being able to actually target different countries by including hashtags. So think about how powerful that is. As I say here, the payment goes as high as $55 for 1,000 visitors. That's incredible. I mean, that's something that you could, if you can generate $55 per day by sending, super high quality traffic to these networks, then that's basically payment of a full time job. That's solid income, guys. $55 per day is, that's 300 and something, almost $400 per week, and that's $1,600 plus per month. So that's quite a bit of chunk of change. But either way, even if you don't target countries, I'm actually going to show you in the next few slides what I did in my case study. You can just spend a few hours sending traffic on autopilot to these networks, and you will be rewarded handsomely for not doing much or basically any work whatsoever. And basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use AdMeFast, Link Collider, and as many other networks as possible to send traffic to these links. Now, if you're wondering, well, Phil, I don't know where to get any more social exchange sites. Well, the good news for you is that I provided a list of over 60 with the original Social Media Massacre product. So go refer to that and just really build up as many of these sites as possible and start sending huge amounts of traffic. You could definitely potentially earn far, far more than I ever did with this. So just take that into consideration. And remember that if you have multiple computers in your house, you can use this on each one of them to send more and more and more traffic, and in turn make more money on autopilot. So here it is. This is the screenshot. This is something that I just gotten off the phone with my mentor, and I was shocked at how powerful this was. This was actually, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was just excited to see how powerful this was. This was only one site. I used linkcollider.com. I used their auto surf method, and I sent tons of impressions. You guys can see I only sent 124 impressions that registered here, and that's nearly $6. That's incredible. So if you're able to send thousands of impressions per day, well, you can make a full-time income doing this. So I mean, this is definitely, the sky's the limit, guys. Just make sure you're sending as much quality traffic as possible. Remember that this method is geared for the autopilot approach, so you're definitely going to want to send as much, social media exchange, auto surf traffic as possible. I also include some social network clicks in there as well, so that I can target countries that tend to pay well. So once again, this is sky's the limit. You choose how much you make with that. The next one we're on to is selling AdMeFast points, and you're like, wow, really? Well, since the launch of Social Media Massacre, we've built a community of nearly 1,000 strong. Years from now, this product is probably going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of people using it all the time. So this new market has created a massive demand for not only AdMeFast points, but other social exchange points as well. Link Collider, there's tons and tons and tons of different networks that you can build points for and make a ton of money doing it. Remember that AdMeFast alone at this current time charges $10 for about 1,500 points. Now that's not a lot of points. That's a lot of money to pay for just a little bit of points. So if you can spend an hour and make 5,000 points and turn around and sell them for $20 or $30, you could spend all day doing that. Or once again, you can outsource that and you can sell that for $20, $30. So give people a discount, show them, what they're going to get. Maybe give them test access to prove that you're not, a shovel seller, or you're just trying to get their money and skip town. But AdMeFast points is a great way to make money using this system. And you can definitely sell these using Fiverr and SEO Clerks. You can also feel free to hop in my Facebook group that I have on the thank you page for Social Media Massacre. Advertise your services. Advertise, hey, I'm selling AdMeFast points. Anybody interested? There you go. That's a complete community in and of itself where you're welcome to advertise your services for that. But if you are using Fiverr and SEO Clerks, just a good way to find AdMeFast gig pricing is, like I say, just find other AdMeFast gigs and find their pricing and beat it, or add just a little more value. And make sure that's known. Make sure that in your title of your gigs you are telling people it's the best value on Fiverr. people love that. People come to Fiverr in the first place for the value they receive. And the next one we're on to is paid per tweet, and this one is extremely powerful. I mean, literally powerful to the point where approach with caution, because you're going to get hooked on building followers for doing this. But for those of you who don't know what paid per tweet is, it's an awesome network that allows you to sell tweets for other people. Some large businesses will actually approach you while using this site to advertise their product, and you earn a commission for sending out, depending on how many of your followers view or click or interact with that tweet. So once again, if you have 1 million followers, you can easily get up into the thousands of dollars range with this service alone. And I have definitely seen tweets that price way upwards of $3,000. I've seen $10,000. I've seen $15,000 for millions and millions and millions of people. But you're going to want to build as many followers for this to work. You're going to want to really build up a legitimate, awesome, powerful social network using Social Media Massacre. You're definitely not going to want to just start sending lousy traffic from an auto hit exchange or anything like that. You're definitely going to want to provide the real deal by building a very strong account using Social Media Massacre. So Social Media Massacre is a great place to start for this one. But as I say, guys, be careful. You're going to get absolutely hooked on building followers for this, because this can be a serious moneymaker. There's many people that make a ton of money with paid per tweet alone. So there's also another one called My Likes, which I actually haven't included in the presentation. Feel free to check out My Likes in Google. It's actually a website that will pay you each time you have somebody click on your link. So if you have a tweet and you put a link in there, they'll pay you 10 cents, 20 cents, $1 per interaction with your social share. So once again, guys, powerful little secrets here with this, and I hope that I want to hear some amazing testimonials with this. Go out and take action, start earning some money online right now, and just make sure that you are providing a quality service no matter what you do. Be honest and transparent, and always over deliver. That's really the key to online success, guys. I can't express. I'm somebody that earns up into the six-figure range, so I'm not going to say how much. I don't want to, brag or anything like that. It's definitely nothing to crazy brag over, but, always over deliver and provide value. And if you do that, you will be successful whether you like it or not. So once again, let's go over some quick success tips. As I always say, don't stick with just one system. You always want to branch out and use as many different streams of traffic as possible for maximum earning potential. Remember that traffic is the real key to the lock of success. So, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you've got the greatest service in the world. If people don't know about it, it's just not going to sell. It's just the end. That's the end of the road with that. And as I said a second ago, be honest and transparent with whatever you're offering, and show proof when you're selling a service. You definitely don't want to go around to businesses telling them you're going to trend them for $5,000. They pay you $5,000 and you don't follow through with the service. That's a great way to destroy your reputation and possibly get yourself into some serious trouble. But once again, guys, this is a super powerful module, and I want to hear some amazing testimonials. This is, once again, there's stuff in here that I've probably left out. So you guys need to go out there, take action, really figure out how to leverage Social Media Massacre to really take advantage of the internet marketing world and start bringing you some serious cash. This is something that's very powerful, guys. And I realize it more, every day. I don't think even I fully understand how powerful this is. I actually had somebody tell me at one time that this entire system could be put into a training course and sold for thousands and thousands of dollars because of how powerful it is. So I want to see you guys go out there and, like I say, take action, picture your success, and get results, guys. But thank you so much for joining me for these presentations, and be sure to reach out to me if you have any support questions. You guys have access to my help desk as well as my support email, so don't be afraid to reach out to me with that. But until next time, guys, best of luck and take care.